UFOs in ancient India. Buckle up. Texts like Vaimanika Shastra describes flying chariots, Vimanas, that flew at incredible speed with fuel, propulsion, even war capabilities. Some believe it's ancient science, others call it myth. Either way, mind blown. From myth to machine, Indian history gets wild. The British were terrified of one man. No. Jet engines, air travel, and spacecraft are modern marvels, right? But what if I told you that ancient Indian texts describe flying machines thousands of years ago? Welcome to the mysterious world of Vimanas, India's ancient aircraft. The word Vimana appears in the multiple ancient Hindu scriptures from the Rig Veda to the Mahabharata. In Sanskrit, it loosely translates to measuring out or traversing, but in these texts, Vimanas were much more than that. They were described as flying chariots used by the god and celestial beings, sometimes glowing, sometimes roaring like thunder, and capable of moving in all the directions, even vertically. In 1908, a mysterious Sanskrit text came to light, the Vaimanika Shastra, supposedly directed by an ancient sage through psychic channeling. This text claimed to be a manual on ancient aeronautics. It described 4 types of Vimanas, the fuel sources, materials used, and even detailed flying techniques like invisibility, heat resistance, and changing altitude instantly. It mentioned mercury-powered engines, steering system, and even onboard radar-like system. Sounds like sci-fi? That's what modern scientists thought too. In 1974, Indian Institute of Science scientists analyzed the Vaimanika Shastra and concluded that the designs were scientifically flawed and would not fly by today's standards. Critics says the text is more of 20th century creation inspired by imaginations than actual history. But believers argue, how did ancient people come up with such a complex flying descriptions in the first place? And then there is a Mahabharata where flying crafts were used in battle, firing beams and causing explosions, really similar to modern air warfare. Vimanas aren't alone. Mayan temples, Egyptian glyphs, and even biblical texts mention flying machines or chariots of fire. Could ancient civilization across the world have shared a common lost technology? Or did they all just have really vivid imaginations? Whether metaphors or machines, Vimanas continues to inspire curiosity and maybe even conspiracy theories. So did ancient Indians really master the skies, or were these flying machines spiritual metaphors lost in translation? Until we uncover real evidences, Vimanas will remain one of the history's most fascinating what-ifs. But one thing's for sure, our ancestors were thinking for beyond the clouds. If this blew your mind, give us a like, subscribe for more ancient mysteries, and let us know in the comments, do you believe in Vimanas were real?